In this lecture we are going to learn about hatch. With this hatch command we are representing our sectioned part or the area which has been sectioned or cut out from the original part. So we have three figure, or you can say three objects which have some different conditions. So which are in this lecture we are going to hatch the sectioned area of these objects. So first of all we will go into the hatch command, and the hatch command is available in this ribbon. Click here on this flyout, click on hatch. Now this ribbon has been changed to hatch. Now there are 4 to 5 areas to concentrate. First of all, boundaries, pattern, properties, origin and options. Boundaries are those boundaries which are covering an area to which we have to give some pattern. Actually areas is nothing but this is representing a material, and a material is having a different kind of pattern. So first of all we have to identify the area to which we have to give some pattern. Suppose this is the area to which we have to give a pattern. For this thing, first of all there are two options. One is pick point, another one is select. Means pick point is nothing but the style by which we can click in a boundary, or you can say this is nothing but a point which we have to click in the internal point of an area. Say this is a circle, it is containing this area, and if I am picking a point, then I have to click in inner circle here, not here. So if I want to give pattern on this inner area, then I have to click here like this. I have clicked, and you can easily see that the boundary of this circle is showing in the dotted line. So that means that this dotted line has been selected as boundary. So whenever you click, it will automatically select its boundary as a dotted line with this help of pick points method. Suppose again I am taking pick point, click here, click here, click here, click here and click here, and we can see that all the boundaries of these areas are in dotted line. Okay, now Control Z, I am keeping Control Z and removing all the areas selection. Now I am taking this select. Select is nothing but with this method I have to select some object or select those areas which we have to pattern, like this. I have to select the areas rather than clicking inside the area. In earlier we were clicking inside that area and picking an internal point, and now we are selecting the external, or you can say the boundary curve. Now I am undoing again. Now these are two methods to select the boundaries of those objects which we have to give some pattern. Okay, now what we are doing with this pattern? In this pattern we have pattern style or texture style which we have to give into the area. These patterns are categorized here. Now these are solid, gradient, pattern and user defined. Under solid we have some solid color. In gradient we have some gradient pattern, or you can say some shaded pattern. In pattern we have some standard pattern like ANSI 32, or according to some material, glass, grass, great, honey, hex, or some standard plastic, net. We can generate our own pattern, and we can call it through this user pattern, and through this user pattern we can call our own generated pattern file. Now we generally use this pattern with this predefined pattern that are available in this. Now I am taking angle, and then now these are the colors which we are taking, say blue, say yellow. I am taking yellow color. Here we have two options. In this color we are giving the background of the hatch pattern, and here we are giving the lining of the hatch pattern. So if I am selecting this, then it will automatically give the pattern on the selected areas. Here is the transparency. I am increasing the transparency, and we can see this is reducing the brightness of that particular color. It depends on user requirement. Now we can change the angle of this pattern. You can see the inner lines are rotating at an angle as I am increasing, and by this we are increasing the scale, and increasing scale we are increasing the shape of the square available, or it is increasing the size of the square of the pattern, and reducing scale will reducing the size of the square. This is the effect of areas. Now I am putting 0 angle. Now origin, what it is working, we can change the origin of this pattern. Suppose in circle there is no need of to change the origin, but suppose we are taking this as like this. Now I am selecting the origin from here like this. We can easily see that it has changed the first cell of the pattern from here, and the whole pattern will be changed according to this origin. This is the role of this set origin. You can set your own origin. Now associative, what it is nothing but, suppose I am taking this option while using pattern, and after doing pattern, if I am increasing the size of this particular object which I have created, then this pattern automatically gets changes according to the shape of the parent curve. But once if I am not using, suppose I am clicking rectangle and I am taking hatch pattern, and this again without associativity. Now say this, then enter, and then if I am changing the shape of this rectangle like this, then pattern will not change according to the parent curve. This is the role of associativity. Now annotative, which we have discussed earlier. If we are taking this option, then this will change the scale according to the viewport. Means pattern will change the scale itself according to the viewport. Now I am deleting all pattern to check some more options. Suppose we have to write a text, and I have to pattern this section, or say pattern this boundary without patterning this name. For this purpose, how could I do? Select this ANSI 31, select the boundary like this, and then select this, select the text and select this boundary, and then enter. Now we can see that it will skip that text and rest all boundary take the pattern. This is the style of pattern with text. Now suppose I want to create a hatch pattern in this object with the help of island. There are a lot of options given in this flyout. There are 4 options: normal island detection, outer island detection, ignore island detection, and no island detection. So I am taking this option, normal island detection, and then I am taking pick point option. I am clicking here. I am using simple pattern without coloring. Now you can see where my cursor goes, it is checking the island like this. In each and every segment I can give like this, like this, right click, and I can easily give the pattern to the selected island. This is the method how I can do the pattern in islands. Outer island detection, here it will select the outer island only, but once I am selecting this option, ignore island, and then select it, it will ignore the internal island. This is the method by which we are doing hatch pattern to the islands. I am deleting all. Again I am taking hatch pattern. Now match properties. Suppose I am picking point, taking here, then enter. Now I am again taking this match properties. I am taking this option, match properties, select this hatch pattern, and now I am doing pattern. Again it is taking the all hatch property from this pattern and it will impose to other object wherever I want to give the hatch pattern. This is the method of match properties. Now one more option is, suppose I want to do a hatch pattern here that is different from earlier, and now I want to change this hatch pattern according to this. Means I want to make this pattern to this. For this purpose, click here and then click here and click here. Now inherit properties. Now select this, and I have taken this properties and I can change this. I can change, or I can take all the properties from this pattern to the new pattern. This is the work of inherit properties. One more option is there. Suppose double click here and then I am clicking on this arrow. I am taking inherit properties, so like this, preview. Now it will automatically changes according to this pattern. This is the role of inherit properties. Okay, earlier it was ANSI 31 and now it is like this. This is the role of inherit properties. Now suppose I want to give some gradient pattern. For this thing I have option gradient. Now click here. Now gradient is given. This is nothing but the pattern style, so we can change the color of the gradient, say red, say yellow. From here we are controlling the transparency of the hatch pattern. From here we are controlling the, we can see according to the angle the shading area gets changes like this. And likewise we are picking the point like this, like this, then enter, and we can see the hatch pattern with the help of gradient. This is the role of hatch and gradient pattern.